Check down this problem. Example 13.54. For a series RLC circuit, the inductor is variable. Source voltage is 200 root 2 sine 100 pi t. After writing the question, you can inform me.
Done, sir.
Okay. See here. How can you say this problem is the resonance problem? Nowhere it is specified that resonance is there in this problem. How can you say?
Maximum current.
Okay, maximum current. The keyword is maximum current. Since maximum current is obtained only in resonance, series resonance, that is, in series resonance, maximum current will come at resonant frequency. So write down the current. What is the current they have given? Maximum current I naught or IM. What is the current?
0.314 ampere.
0.314 ampere. Write down. I naught is equal to IM is equal to 0.314 ampere. Write down this. 0.314 ampere. Now see here. What is the voltage they have given? Is it the RMS or maximum or instantaneous?
RMS.
See properly. 200 root 2 sine 100 pi t they are giving.
Maximum.
If they are not giving trigonometric function, this is the RMS voltage. Since they have given the trigonometric function, what is this voltage?
Maximum.
Instantaneous voltage. See here, I will write it on the board. 1 minute. Okay, 1 second. here they are giving I is equal to 0.314 ampere. Current is I is equal to 0.314 ampere they are giving, and instantaneous voltage, this is the maximum current Im. Im is the maximum current. Instantaneous voltage is 200 root 2 sine, what is that value he is giving, sine
100 pi t.
100 pi t.
100 pi t. I had told instantaneous voltage is equal to Vm sin omega t. Your instantaneous voltage is instantaneous voltage is equal to peak voltage into trigonometric function. Suppose if they are not giving sin 100 pi t, this is the let us assume RMS, but they have not given the RMS voltage, they have given instantaneous voltage. Now here what is Vm?
200 root 2.
200 root 2. What is omega?
100 pi.
100.
100 pi t. 100 pi. Your omega is 100 pi. This is the given data in the problem. And what else he is giving in the problem?
Voltage across the capacitor 300 volts.
Voltage across capacitance he is giving 300 volts. Vc is 300 volts. Okay. Now what he is asking in the problem?
Circuit elements.
What are the circuit elements? R, L and C
R, L,
are the circuit elements. We had to determine in series RLC circuit, we had to determine R, L and C. In the problem, he is saying that maximum current. Write down. Note, in problem, maximum current implies it is series. Maximum current implies resonant circuit. Maximum current implies resonant circuit. Maximum current implies resonant circuit. Okay. Maximum current implies resonant circuit. Okay. In resonance, what is the current formula? In resonance, what is the current formula?
I is equal to V by R.
I is equal to V by R. It is not V by Z. Even though it is series RLC circuit, under resonance, I is equal to V by R. It is not V by Z because under resonance XL is equal to XC. If XL is equal to XC, your Z is equal to R. Now here, I is the RMS current, V is the RMS voltage. I is RMS current, V is RMS voltage. They have given peak current. They have given IM 0.314. Now I want to determine RMS current. RMS current is equal to IM by root 2. IM by root 2. And VM they have given 200 root 2. 200 root 2. Okay. And your V is equal to VM by root 2. VM by root 2. Now listen here. From this formula, R is equal to V by I. R is equal to V by I. V is Vm by root 2. I is Im by root 2. Root 2 going to be cancelled. That is Vm is 200 root 2 divided by your Im is 0.314. Substitute these values here. V is Vm by root 2. I is Im by root 2. Finally, root 2 cancels. This root 2 will be cancelled. We will get Vm by Im. How much this value?
900.77.
900.77 ohms. This is your R value. This is your R value. In your textbook, they have given wrong answer. Don't get confused. In your textbook, they have given wrong answer. Don't get confused. Next, what he is asking? R, L, and C. We have to determine R, L, and C. R value we have determined. Now we know VC is equal to I into XC. VC is equal to I into XC. I is the RMS current. Okay. Your VC is 300. Your RMS current is okay. Sorry. Here I you have to take maximum I naught only. We have to take I naught, maximum current only. We have to take maximum current only because under resonance, this current will flow, maximum current will flow, not RMS current. In resonance, I naught will flow. Okay. Your I naught is 0.314. Your VC is 300. And XC is, what is XC?
By omega c.
1 by omega C. In the problem, they have given omega. What is the value of omega?
100 pi.
100 pi. Substitute this value and tell me the answer.
Three point 33 into 10 power minus 6.
3.33 into 10 power minus 6 microfarad, that is. Micro means 10 power minus 6. Micro means 10 power minus 6. This is C. Now we have to determine L. Under resonance, see here. Under resonance, XL is equal to XC. Multiply with current on both sides. Multiply with current on both sides. I into XL is VL. I into XC is multiply with I naught on both sides. I naught into XC is VC. That means VL is equal, if XL is equal to XC, automatically VL is equal to VC. Write down. VL is equal to VC. VL is equal to VC under resonance, only under resonance, not in series RLC. In series resonance, VL is equal to VC. Now see here, if VL is equal to VC, we know VC is 300. VL is I into XL. I naught into XL. I naught is 0.314. XL is omega L. That is equal to 300. We know omega. Determine L value. Omega is 100 pi. We'll get this value. That is the value of, these are the values of circuit elements R, L and P. Okay.
3.18.
3.18. Okay, you can write whatever the answer you are getting. Sometimes in textbook they might give wrong answers. Okay, see here. R value is 900 something. We got C value is 3.33 microfarad. And L value is 3.03 they have given, but whatever you are getting, you write that. So in the problem, he is asking circuit elements. Circuit elements means R, L and C. Remember that. In exam, they will ask for 2 marks. What are the circuit elements? You have to say R, L and C. Next problem. Take down this problem. A coil having an inductance of take down this problem.
Done.
Have you written?
Yes, sir.
See here, in the problem he is clearly saying calculate resonant frequency. Resonance. That means this problem belongs to resonance. Previous problem, by using maximum current, we have determined this is the resonance problem. But in this problem, he is clearly saying resonance. That means this problem relates to resonance, series resonance. Now write down what is L. What is the value of L? 50 millihenry. 1 second. Write down L value is 50 into 10 power minus 3. Write down L is equal to 50 into 10 power minus 3 Henry. Milli means 10 power minus 3. R is 10 ohm. Write down R is equal to 10 ohm. C is equal to 25 into 10 power minus 6. C is equal to 25 into 10 power minus 6 farads. C is 25 into 10 power minus 6 farads. Write down V supply voltage. V is equal to 200 volts. Supply voltage V is equal to 200 volts. Now he is asking to calculate resonant frequency F naught. In the first bit F naught. What is the formula for F naught? See your notes. Formula for F naught.
By 2 pi root LC.
1 by 2 pi root LC. In the textbook they have given wrong. F naught is equal to 1 by 2 pi. Here pi is missing. This is 1 by 2 pi root LC. This is 1 by 2 pi root LC. Write down pi here. 1 by 2 pi root LC. Now we know L and C values. Substitute L and C values. L is 15 to 10 power minus C minus 3. C is 25 into 10 power minus 6. They have given wrong here. You can rectify that. Substitute the values. We know L value, C value. Then you'll get F naught. Answer is correct. You can verify this answer in your calculator. First determine F naught. Are you getting this answer? Verify it. Are you getting this answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see the second bit. Current flowing at resonance. At resonance, XL is equal to XC. I want the current. I is equal to V by R. At resonance, I is equal to V by R. It is not V by Z. Because XL is equal to XC at resonance. That's why I naught is equal to V by R. You know V and R. You'll get this current.
20 ampere.
Okay, 20 ampere. Okay, 20 ampere. Next, last bit, quality factor. We know I had told three formulas for quality factor. See, Q is equal to omega L by R. Q is 1 by omega RC. Q is 1 by R root of L by C. Morning I had told three formulas. And omega is 2 pi F. F naught. 2 pi F naught. F naught we have calculated here. 142.3. Omega naught is 2 pi F naught. Substitute the values. We will get same answer for quality factor 4.47. Verify this. Substitute omega is 2 pi F naught.
Yes, sir. 4.473.
Okay. In all the formulas, you'll get same answer, 4.47. So with this, we have completed our resonance. We have completed our resonance topic. So now I want to give some questions. I want to explain the syllabus, what we have completed. In first unit, I'll give some questions. Second unit, I'll tell some questions. Note down. Unit 1 questions. First question. First question. Explain KVL and KCL. Right on. Explain KVL and KCL with example. Explain KVL and KCL with example. Okay, for KVL, what you will explain example? We'll take one mesh analysis problem. Okay, in mesh analysis, we'll apply KVL. In nodal analysis, what will apply?
KCL.
KCL. Okay, we can take examples and we can explain. And definitions we have to write for KCL and KVL. KCL, what is the KCL definition?
Algebraic sum of voltages drops in a loop.
I am asking KCL, current law, not voltage. Algebraic sum of the currents, not voltage. Algebraic sum of the currents meeting at a node point is equal to 0. Or incoming currents is equal to outgoing currents at the node point. That is KCL. KVL is algebraic sum of voltages, what we have told. Algebraic sum of voltage in a closed loop is equal to 0. Okay, voltage will add in KVL. That's why in KVL we will take the mesh analysis. In KCL we will take the nodal analysis. That is the first question. KCL and KVL. Next question. Second question. Second question is what are the circuit elements? See here. What are the circuit elements?
R, L, and C.
R, L, and C. So in this circuit elements, suppose if R1 and R2 are in series, what is the equivalent resistance?
Yes, sir.
If two resistances R1 and R2 are in series, what is the equivalent resistance?
R1 plus R2.
R1 plus R2. So these are the simple equation definitions we are having in circuit elements. If two resistors are in series, R1 plus R2. Suppose if two inductances are in series, L1 and L2, L equivalent is equal to
L1 plus L2.
L1 plus L2. Suppose if two capacitances are in series, what is the equivalent capacitance?
C1 plus C2.
See here, I will show it. 1 minute. If two capacitances are connected in series, it is 1 by C equivalent is equal to 1 by C1 plus C2. If two capacitances are connected in series, it is 1 by in 1 by C equivalent is equal to 1 by C1 plus C2. Right on. 1 by C equivalent is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. If capacitances are connected in parallel, it will be C1 plus C2 plus up to Cn. If capacitances are connected in parallel, just reverse of the resistance and inductance. For resistance and inductance in series, it is R1 plus R2, L1 plus L2. But for capacitance, it will be C1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. But for suppose if two resistances are in parallel, what is the equivalent resistance?
1 by R1 plus 1 by R.
1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. That is R equivalent is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Similarly, L equivalent is equal to L1 L2 by L1 plus L2. But in case of capacitance, it is reverse. In case of capacitance, it is reverse. In parallel, it is C1 plus C2 plus Cn. Okay. So these are the circuit elements. So electrical circuit elements are R, L, and C. So in series, R and L are different. R1 plus R2, L1 plus L2. But C is C1, C2 by C1 plus C2. But in parallel, R and L are R1, R2 by R1 plus R2, L1, L2 by L1 plus L2. But for capacitance, it is C1 plus C2. Please remember this point. That is the second question. Circuit elements description. That is the circuit elements description. Now write down the third question. Third question. Explain superposition theorem with an example. Explain superposition theorem with an example. Explain superposition theorem with an example. So we had to write the statement of superposition theorem and take any one example and you explain that problem. Number of problems I had told in the class on superposition theorem. So take any one example on superposition and explain that. Otherwise, in exam, they'll give the circuit for superposition theorem and they'll ask to determine the current in any one branch. I had already told you in any theorem, they'll ask to determine the current only in one branch, not in all the branches. So by using superposition theorem, determine the current in any one particular branch, they'll ask. Okay, I think you know the process, how to solve the problem by using superposition theorem. How we'll solve it? Anyone? Superposition theorem.
First, we should find the current.
We'll find the current in any branch, wherever he is asking the current, by considering only one source at a time. Suppose if you are having 5 sources, we'll consider only one source and we'll determine the current. After that, again, second source and determine the current. While considering any one source, what happens to remaining voltage and current sources?
Short and open.
Okay. Voltage source will be short circuited and current source will be open circuited when you are considering one source. That is superposition theorem. That is your third question. In third question, a question will be like this in university exam. Explain superposition theorem statement with an example. Otherwise, they'll give the problem circuit in the question paper and they will ask you to solve the problem for determining the current in any branch. So this is the third question. Next, write down fourth question. Explain Thevenin's theorem with an example. Explain Thevenin's theorem with an example. Explain Thevenin's theorem with an example. So what you'll write for this answer? What you'll write?
Statement and problem.
statement and any one problem you take and explain. Otherwise, in university exam, they'll give one circuit. And they will ask to determine the current in that branch, particular branch, using Thevenin's theorem. This is the other method. Two methods they can ask in the exam, in university exam. One is explain Thevenin's theorem with an example. Otherwise, explain Thevenin's theorem for the circuit shown in figure. Circuit shown in figure means they'll give the figure, circuit diagram in the exam. In Thevenin's theorem, what you will determine? VTH and RTH. How will determine VTH? How will determine VTH? If we'll open circuit the resistance where he is asking us to determine the current. In open circuit, we'll have the voltage. That voltage is VTH. We'll determine VTH in Thevenin's theorem. And RT later, after that, we'll determine RTH. VTH and RTH will be in series or parallel? How they are? VTH, RTH?
Parallel, sir.
Sorry, it is series. In Norton's theorem, current will be in parallel with the resistance. Even in source transformation also, always resistance will be in series with the voltage. Always resistance will be in parallel with the current. In Thevenin's theorem, VTH and RTH are in series. In Norton's theorem, current source and resistance will be in parallel. Okay. Next question. Explain Norton's theorem with an example. Explain Norton's theorem with an example. Otherwise, in university exam, they will give the circuit diagram and he will ask to determine the current in any branch. If you want to determine the Norton current, we will short circuit that resistance. In Thevenin's theorem, we will open that resistance, but in Norton's theorem, we will short circuit that resistance. Okay, that is the next question. Explain Norton's theorem with an example. Otherwise, in exam, they'll give the circuit and they'll ask to determine the Norton equivalent circuit for the given circuit. Okay. How many questions completed? 5?
Yes, sir.
Next, 6th question. Write down the 6th question. See here on the screen, time domain analysis of first order RL and RC. Time domain analysis means transients. Time domain analysis means transient analysis. So RLC is not there in the syllabus, but I have not seen the syllabus and I have explained the RLC circuit also, RLC transient. But for exam, there is no need to read. Only RL and RC you read. Write down the question. Derive the formula for, derive the current transient, derive the current transient for series RL circuit. Derive the current transient for series RL circuit. You have to draw the circuit and you have to derive the current equation. Derive the current transient equation for series RL circuit. For series RL circuit. What is the current equation? Anyone? I is equal to
V by R into 1 minus E power minus RL by T.
okay. I is equal to V by R into 1 minus E power minus R by L into T. You have to derive this equation for series RL transient circuit. And we have to write the, sorry. Next question. What is the time constant of RL circuit? For 2 marks they will ask. What is the time constant of RL circuit? Anyone?
L by R.
L by R. Tau is equal to L by R. In exam, they'll give, sometimes they'll ask the formula. Sometimes they'll give L value and R value. He will ask to calculate time constant, tau. You know the formula, L by R. Substitute L value and R value. We'll get time constant in seconds. Time constant unit is seconds. Okay. Write down the next question. Problem on RL transient circuit. I had told in the class 2 problems, I think 2 or 3 problems I had told for series RL transient circuit. Practice those 2 or 3 problems, whatever I had told in the notes. Write down question. Problem on series RL transient circuit. Problem on series RL transient circuit. Problem on series RL transient circuit. Next question. Derive the current transient equation for RC circuit. Derive the current transient equation for RC circuit. I had derived the formula for current in RC transient circuit. Derive the current transient equation for for series RC circuit. For series RC circuit. What is the current equation in RC circuit?
V by R into e power minus 1 by RCT.
I is equal to V by R into e power minus 1 by RC into T. This equation we have to derive. Now, what is the time constant of RC circuit?
R into C.
RC. R into C. Tau is equal to R into C seconds. In exam, sometimes they will give R value and C value. They'll ask to determine what is the time constant of RC circuit. Then you have to substitute R value and C value, determine the value for tau. Tau is equal to RC in RC circuit. Next question. Problem on series RC transient. I had told in the class. Go through that problem. Problem on series RC transient circuit. Problem on series RC transient circuit. That's all about the first unit. In first unit, these are the probable questions. In first unit. Now we'll come to the second unit. Unit 2 is AC circuits. Write down the first question. Derive average and RMS value for half-wave rectifier. Derive, first question. Derive average and RMS value for half-wave rectifier. Next, second question. Derive average and RMS value for full-wave rectifier. Derive average and RMS value for full-wave rectifier. Second question. First is half-wave rectifier, second one is full-wave rectifier. They last for 5 marks. Sometimes they are asking for 10 marks also. For this, what will write the answer? Sir, write down. Circuit diagram. Circuit diagram. Next, average value derivation, RMS value derivation. There is no need to draw the waveforms. I have drawn the waveform for your understanding purpose. And circuit operation is also not needed. Only circuit diagram and derivations for average and RMS. Okay, if you write this, they'll give full marks. No need to explain the circuit also. Only circuit diagram is needed there. And derivation. No need to explain the circuit. No need to draw the waveforms. Okay, these are the first 2 questions. Now see your syllabus on the screen. Representation of sinusoidal waveforms, peak and RMS. Peak value means maximum value. RMS value, average value, they are not giving, but they lost. Okay, one more, third question, right? Third question you write. Determine the value. Determine the RMS and average value. Determine the RMS and average value for square waveform. For square waveform shown in figure. For square waveform shown in figure. So this problem I had told in the class, square waveform.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go through that problem. In brackets, write down notes problem. I had told in the notes problem. Next question. Determine the RMS and average value for sawtooth waveform. Determine the RMS and average value for sawtooth waveform. So in notes, I had told the sawtooth problem also. Go through two problems I had told, sawtooth problem. In brackets, write down two problems in notes. Refer two problems in notes. Refer two problems in notes. Okay. So now we have completed this average and RMS value. Now come to the real power, reactive power and apparent power. I had told in the notes S is equal to P plus JQ. What is S? What is the name for S?
Apparent power.
Apparent power or true power. See on the screen, apparent power or true power is S. What is real power?
P.
P is the real power. What is the unit of real power P?
Watt.
Watts. Next, reactive power. Q is called reactive power. Q is called reactive power. What is the unit of reactive power?
Volt ampere.
VAR, volt amp reactive. VAR, volt amp reactive. So here three powers they are defining: real power, reactive power, and apparent power. S is equal to P plus JQ. S is one power, apparent power. P is real power. Q is the reactive power. And you had to write the formulas also in the exam. What is the formula for S? S is equal to
VI.
VI. Another formula for S?
I square.
I square Z, not R. S is equal to VI or I square. Write down if you want. S is equal to VI or I square Z. Write down. S is equal to VI or I square Z. Because total power, this is total impedance Z. Unit is VA, volt ampere. Write down. Unit is VA, volt ampere. Unit is VA, volt ampere. Next one, P. P is equal to, what is the formula? VI cos phi or I square R. P is equal to VI cos phi or I square R. What is the unit?
Watts.
Watts. Write down watts. Next, third power, reactive power Q. Reactive power Q. Q is equal to, what is the formula?
VI sin phi.
VI sin phi or I square X. X is the reactance. That's why it is reactive power. I square X. VI sin phi or I square X. X may be XL or XC or XL minus XC. X is equal to XL minus XC, or X is equal to XL, or X is equal to XC, or X is equal to XL minus XC. If it is RL circuit, it is XL. If it is RC circuit, XC. If it is RLC circuit, X is equal to XL minus XC. Unit is
Volt ampere.
VAR, volt ampere reactive, because reactive power this is. VAR, volt amp reactive. VAR, VAR. For S, volt ampere, VA. For P, watts. For Q, VAR. So in exam, they may ask, define real power, reactive power, and apparent power. Then you have to write these formulas and you have to write the units also. This is one question. Next question. Explain complex power. Explain complex power. Complex power is S star. So I am giving this question. This is 2 marks. They will ask for 2 marks. Explain complex power. Take it as assignment. Refer Google or textbook or anywhere and you write your answer. This is the assignment. 2 marks. For 2 marks they'll ask. Explain complex power S star. S star, that is. You can refer Google and you can search. Okay. Next question you write. See here. What is the next topic in your syllabus? Single phase AC circuits of pure resistance, pure inductance, and pure capacitance. Write down the question. Derive the formulas for pure resistance, pure inductance, and pure capacitance. Derive the formulas for pure resistance, pure inductance, and pure capacitance. And draw phasor diagrams. I had told the derivations in the class. Phasor diagrams also I had told. Derive the formulas for pure resistance, pure inductance, pure capacitance with phasor diagrams. With phasor diagrams. In class I had told the derivation, you can refer it. Next question. Problem on series RL circuit. I had told number of problems on series RL circuit. Problems on, next question. Problems on series RL circuit. Problems on series RL circuit. Nearly 6 to 7 problems I had told in series RL circuit. Refer all those problems. Go through those problems. Problems on series RL circuit. Series RL circuit. All these are AC only. Next question. Problems on series RC circuit. Problems on series RC circuit. Next question. Problems on series RLC circuit. Problems on series RLC circuit. Problems on series RLC circuit. So we have completed series. Next, parallel. Next question. Problems on parallel circuits. I have told 3 problems. See all those 3 problems. Problems on parallel circuits. Problems on parallel circuits. See all those 3 problems in your notes. You should know the procedure, that's all. Don't by heart the problems. If you by heart the problems, you can't solve in the exam. You should know only procedure. Next topic, resonance. Explain resonance. Explain resonance with, explain resonance graphically. Right on. Explain resonance graphically. Graphically means what you'll write? What are the curves you'll draw? Morning I had told. XL, XC, XL minus XC curve, resistance curve, and Z. What else? Current. Z and current curve. Current curve is inverse to Z curve. So if you draw all this, they'll give 5 marks for resonance. And also you have to write the formula for condition for resonance. XL is equal to XC, and you have to derive the formula F naught is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Formula also you have to derive F naught. F naught is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. If you write all this, they'll give 5 marks. Even in question, they'll ask explain resonance. That's all. Graphically, if they are asking or not asking, you have to draw the curves. Curves is very important. Whether they ask or not, you have to you have to draw the curves. Then only they'll give 5 marks. Otherwise, they'll give 1 mark or 2 mark if you write the formula. If not, that is the question. Next question. Problems on resonance circuit. 2 problems I had told in the class today afternoon. Those 2 problems you practice. Problems on resonance circuit. Okay. And the last topic in your syllabus, second unit, is 3-phase balanced circuits. In 3-phase circuit, there are 2 connections. One is star connection and the one is the delta connection. Tomorrow I'll start this 3-phase balanced circuits. So in the class test 1, first 2 units I'll give completely. Third unit, whatever I'll complete before the mid exam, up to that I'll give in third unit. Okay, 2.5 unit I have to give in the first mid. I will see whether I can complete the transformers half unit or not. Whatever the portion I complete before class test 1, up to that I will give. Okay. So those who have written neatly the questions, post it in the WhatsApp group. You can post it in the, take a photo snapshot and post it in the WhatsApp group. Wait, I am taking the attendance now.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, roll number 43 got logged out, it seems, sir, because of network issues. It was raining, so she got logged
Okay.
out.
No problem. I will give the attendance to him.
Yes, sir. Roll number 43.
Okay.
Yes.
1 minute, I am taking the attendance. Roll number 5, morning absent. Roll number 5. I think
Yes,
morning you are absent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roll number 41, morning absent. Roll number 41. Okay, I have taken the attendance. You can leave now. Now you can exit.